Why? He had the horse better than the Neapolitans, and a better bad habit of frowning than the Count Palatine. He is every man in no man. He will fence with his own shadow. If I should marry him, I should marry 20 husbands. If he would despise me, I would forgive him. If he'd love me to madness, I'd never regret him.
What say you then to Falconbridge, the young Baron of England?
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands not me nor I him. How oddly he is suited. I think he bought his doublet in Italy, his round hose in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behavior everywhere.
How say you, then, by the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew?
Very vilely in the morning when he is sober, most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is a little worse than a man, and when he is worst, he's a little better than a beast. And the worst fool that ever fell, I hope I shall make shift to go without him. For fear of the worst, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket. For if the devil be within, and that temptation without, I know he will choose it. I will do anything, Nerissa. I will be married to a sponge.
You need not fear, lady, the having any of these lords. They have acquainted me with their determinations, which is to return to their home and to trouble you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sort than your father's impositions, depending on the caskets.
I'm glad this parcel of words are so reasonable, for there's not one among them but that I dote on his very absence, and I pray God grant him a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar and a soldier, that came hither in the company of the Marquis of Montferrat?
Yes, with Bassanio, so I think he was called.
True, madam, and he, of all the men my foolish eyes ever looked upon, was best deserving a fair lady.
I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise. How now? What news?
The 4 strangers seek for you, madam, to take their leave, and there's a forerunner come from the 5th. The Prince of Morocco, who brings word the Prince's master will be here tonight.
While we shut the gate upon one wooer, another knocks at the door.
3,000 ducats. Well,
Aye, sir, for 3 months.
3 months. Well,
For the which, as I told you, Antonio will be bound.
Antonio bound. Well,
May you steed me? Shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months, and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that?
Antonio is a good man.
Have you heard any imputation to the contrary?
Oh, no. My means in saying he is a good man is to have you understand that he is sufficient. But his means are in supposition. He hath an argosy bound to Tripolis, and another to the Indies. Moreover, upon the Rialto, he hath a third from Mexico, and a fourth for the England. But ships are but boards, sailors but men. There be land rats and water rats, land thieves and water thieves, I mean pirates. And then there is the peril of winds, waters, and rocks. The man is, notwithstanding, sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take this bond.
Be assured you may.
I may be assured that I will, and I will be assured that I may. May I speak with Antonio?
If it please you to dine with us.
Yes, to smell pork. the habitation which your prophet, the Nazarite, conjured the devil into. I will walk with you, talk with you, buy with you, sell with you, but I will not eat with you, drink with you, or pray with you. Upon the Rialto, who doth approach?
This is Signor Antonio.
How like a fawning publican he looks. I hate him for he is Christian. But more than that, in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of usance here in Venice. If I may catch him once upon the hip, I shall feed fat the ancient grudge I bear. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him.
Shylock, do you hear?
Yes, I am debating my prison store. By the near guess of memory, I cannot gross up a full sum of 3,000 ducats. But what of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. But soft, how many months do you desire? Rest you fair, good signor. Your worship was the last man in our mouths.
Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow by giving, or nor by taking of excess, to supply the right wants of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is he yet possessed how much he would?
Aye, 3,000 ducats.
And for 3 months.
Ah, I had forgotten 3 months. You told me so. Well then, your bond. But methinks you said you never lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I never do use it.
3,000 ducats. 'Tis a good round sum. 3 months from 12. Now let me see the rate.
Well, Shylock, shall we be holding unto you?
Signor Antonio, many a time oft in the Rialto, you have rated me about my usances. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine. Still, I've borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of our tribe. Well, it now appears you need my help. You come to me and you say, Shylock, may we have monies? What shall I say? Shall I bend low and in a bondman's key with bated breath and whispering humbleness say, Good sir, you spit on me last Wednesday, you spurned me such a day, and another time you called me dog. For these courtesies, I'll lend you thus moneys.
I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again. If thou wilt lend these monies, lend it not as to thine friends, but rather to thine enemy.
Well, look how you storm. I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames you have stained me with. I shall supply your present wants, and take no doit of usances for that which is mine. This kindness will I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness will I show. And if you do not repay the bond with such sum or sums as are expressed in the bond, let the forfeiture be nominated an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off at whichever part of the body pleaseth me.
Contented faith, I'll seal unto this bond, and say there's much kindness in the Jew.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity.
Why, fear not, man. I'll not forfeit it. A month before this bond expires, I do expect the return of thrice, 3 times the value of this bond.
I pray you, what should I gain by the exaction of a forfeiture? A pound of a man's flesh is not so profitable, esteemable neither, as flesh of beef, goats, or muttons.
Yes, Shylock, I'll seal into this bond.
Then meet me forthwith at the notary, and give me direction for this merry sport, and I shall go and purse the ducat straightly, and presently be with you.
Hie thee, gentle Jew. The Hebrew will turn Christian. He grows kind.
I like not fair terms in a villain's mind.
Come on, in this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day.
me not for my complexion the shadow livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am a neighbor and near bred. Bring me the fairest creature northward born.
In terms of choice, I'm not solely led by a nice direction of a maiden's eyes. Besides, the lottery of my destiny hath barred me from voluntary choosing. And if my father had not scanted me and hedged me by his wit to yield myself his wife who wins me, by that means, I told you, yourself, renowned prince, stood as fair as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection.
Even for that I thank you. Therefore, I pray you, lead me to the caskets, to try my fortune. I would stare the sternest eyes a look, outbrave the heart most daring on the earth. Yea, mock the lion when a rose for prey, to win thee, lady.
You must make your choice, or either not attempt to choose at all, for if you choose wrong, never to speak to lady in way of marriage. Therefore, be advised.
No, you're not. Come, bring me unto my chance. Good fortune, then, to make me blessed or cursed among men.
Draw aside the several caskets to this noble prince. Now, make your choice.
The first, of gold, who this inscription bears, who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. The second, silver, which this promise carries, who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. This third, dull lead, with warning always blood, who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. How shall I know if I do choose aright?
The one of them contains my picture, prince. If you choose that, then I am yours withal.
Some god direct my judgment. Let me see. I will survey the inscriptions back again. What says this leaden casket? Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. Must give for what? For lead? Hazard for lead. This casket threatens. What says the silver? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. As much as he deserves. As much as I deserve. Why, that's the lady. I do in birth deserve her. Any fortunes and graces, any qualities of breeding. But more than this, in love I do deserve. Let's see once more the saying engraved in gold. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. Why, that's the lady. All the men desire her. From the four corners of the earth they come. But one of these three contains a heavenly picture. It's like the lad contains her. To the nation, to think so base a thought. Or shall I think in silver she is mirrored? Never so rich a gem was set in worse than gold. But here an angel in a golden bed lies all within. Deliver me the key, here do I choose, and thrive I as I may.
There, take it, prince, and if my form lie there, I'm yours.
What have we here? A carrion death, within whose empty eyes there's a written scroll. I'll read the writing. All that glistens is not gold. Often have you heard that told. Many a man his life hath sold, but my outside to behold. Gilded tombs, the worms enfold. Had you been as wise as bold, young in limbs, in judgment old, your answer has not been scrolled. Then fare you well, your suit is cold, cold indeed, and labor lost. Then farewell heat, and welcome frost. Portia, adieu. I have too grieved a heart to take a tedious leave, thus lose a spot.
A gentle ribbons. Come, draw the curtains, go.
My conscience serves me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, go, Lancelot Gobel, or good Lancelot Gobel, use your legs, take the sword, run away. My conscience says, take heed, honest Lancelot, take heed. Honest Gobel, my conscience hanging about my neck says very wisely to me. My honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's son, budge not. Budge says my conscience. Budge not says like the fiend. Well, to be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master. And to be ruled by the fiend, I should run away from the Jew. I will run, fiend, by using your commandment. I will run.
Master, young man, I pray you, which is the way to master Jews?
Oh, heavens! This is my true begotten Father, who, being blind, knows me not. I'll try confusions with him.
Master, young gentleman, I pray you, which is the way to master Jews?
Turn about your right hand at the next turning, but at the next turning of all on your left, Mary at the very next turning, turn off no hand, but turn down indirectly to the Jew's house.
'Twill be a hard way to hit. Can you tell me whether one Lancelot can dwell with him or no?
Talk you of young Master Lancelot.
A poor man's son, his father, though I say, is an honest, exceeding poor man. God be thanked while to live.
Well, let his father be what you will. We talk of young Master Lancelot.
Of Lancelot, and please your masterships.
Ergo, old man, ergo, I beseech you, talk you of young Master Lancelot.
Offend your worships, friend.
Ergo, Master Lancelot, talk not of young Master Lancelot, father, for the young gentleman, as you'd say in plain terms, gone to heaven.
Mary, God forbid. The boy was the very staff of my age, my favorite prop.
Do I look like a cudgel, oval post, a staff, a prop? Do you not know me, father?
Alas the day, I know you not, young gentleman, but I pray you, is my boy, God rest his soul, alive or dead?
Do you not know me, father?
Alack, sir, I am blind. I know you not.
Nay, indeed. 'Tis a wise father that knows his own child. Well, old man, I will tell you news of your son.
Pray you, sir, I'm sure you're not Lancelot, my boy.
I am Lancelot.
I cannot think you my son.
Pray you, let him no more fooling about it, but give me your blessing. I am Lancelot.
I cannot think you my son.
I'm Lancelot, the Jew's man. I'm sure Marjorie, your wife, is my mother.
Her name is Marjorie. Indeed, I'll be sworn if thou be Lancelot, thy own flesh and blood. What a beard hast thou got! Thou hast more hair on thy face than Dobbin my field horse, his tail.
It shoots him then. That Dobbin's hair grows backward. I'm sure he had more hair on his tail than I've on my face when last I saw him.
Lord, how art thou changed! Thou hast understand I must agree. I bought a present for him. How agree you know?
Wow, for my own part, as I've set up my race to run away. I'll not race till I've run some ground. I'm furnished in his service, father. I'm glad you come. Give me the basket to one Master Bassanio, who indeed gives me all rare new liveries, all rare fortune. Here comes the man. To him, father, to him.
God bless your worship.
Gramercy, wouldest thou aught with me?
Here's my son, sir, a poor boy.
Not a poor boy, but the rich Jew's man.
He has a gift. He saving your. He's oh. He hath a great infection, as one would say, to serve.
Indeed, the short and the long is, I serve the Jew, and I have a desire, as my father shall specify.
He and thy master, saving your worship's reverence, escaped a cousin, and my suit is...
In very brief, the suit is impertinent to myself, as your worship shall now know by this honest old man. Though I say it, thou old man, yet a poor man, my father.
One speak for both. What would you?
Serve you, sir.
That is the very defect of the matter.
I know thee well. Thou hast obtained thy suit. Shylock, thy master, spoke with me this day, and hath preferred it, if it be preferment, to leave the rich Jew's service, to become a follower of so poor a gentleman.
The old proverb is very well quoted between my master Shylock and Joseph. You have the grace of God, and he has enough.
Go, father, with thy son. Take leave and inquire my lodging out.
Father, come, I'll take my leave of the Jew in the twinkling.
Signor Bassanio,
Gratiano,
I have suit to you.
thou hast obtained it.
You must not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont.
Why then, you must. But hear thee, Gratiano, thou art too wild, too rude, and too bold of voice parts that become thee happily enough. Where thou art known, and in such eyes as ours appear not faults, but where thou art not known, why, there they show something too liberal. I pray thee, take some cold drops of modesty, thy skipping spirit, lest through thy wild behavior I be misconstrued in the places I go to, and lose my hopes.
Signor Bassanio, hear me. If I do not put on a sober habit, talk with respect, swear about now and then, wear prayer books in my pocket, look demurely, use all the observance of civility to please his grandam. Never trust me more.
We shall see you, Baring.
Nay, but I bar tonight. You should not gauge me by what we do tonight.
No, that were pity. I would rather entreat you to put on your goldest suit of mirth, for we are friends who purpose merriment. But to fare you well, I have some business.
We will visit you at supper time.
I'm sorry thou wouldst leave my father's house so. Our heart is hell, and thou a merry devil. But 'tis Robert of some taste of tediousness. But fare thee well. There's a ducat for thee. And Lancelot, sin at supper, if thou shalt see Lorenzo, who is thy new master's guest, give him this letter, but do it secretly. And so, farewell. I would not have my father see me in talk with thee.
A Jew. Tears exhibit my tongue. Most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew. If a Christian do not play the knave, I'll be much deceived. A Jew.
Farewell, good Lancelot. Lack, what heinous sin is it in me to be ashamed to be my father's child? Although I am a daughter of his blood, I am not of his manners. O Lorenzo, if thou shalt keep thy promise, I shall end the strife, become a Christian, and thy loving wife.
Nay, we will slink away at supper time, disguise ourselves in my lodging, and return all in an hour.
We have not made good preparations.
'Tis now by 4 o'clock. We have 2 hours to furnish us. Friend Lancelot, what's the news? I know the hand. In faith, 'tis a fair hand. And whiter than the paper that it writ on, 'tis a fair hand that it writ.
Love, news, in faith.
By your leave, sir.
Whither goest thou?
Marry, sir, to bid my old master, the Jew, and to sup tonight with the new master, the Christian.
Hold! Here, take this. Tell Jessica I will not fail. Do this privately. Go, gentlemen. Will you prepare for mass tonight? I'm provided of a torchbearer.
Was not that letter from fair Jessica?
I must needs tell thee all. She has directed I should take her from her father's house. What gold and jewels she is furnished with, and what pages suit she hath in readiness. Come, go with me. Peruse this as thou goest. Fair Jessica shall be my torchbearer.
Well, thou shalt see, thine eyes shall be the judge, the difference between old Shylock and Bassanio. What, Jessica? Thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me before. What, Jessica? And sleep, and snore, and rend apparel out. Why, Jessica, I say!
Why, Jessica?
Who bids thee call? I do not bid thee call.
Call you? What is your will?
Jessica, my girl, I am bid forth to supper tonight. There are my keys. Look to my house. Oh, I am right loath to go, but there is some ill brewing towards my wrist, for I did dream of money bags tonight.
I'll go before sir. My young master does expect your reproach.
So do I his. Hear you me, Jessica. Lock up my doors, and when you hear the beating of the drum and the vile screaming of the wry-necked fife, clamber you not up to the casements, nor thrust your head into the public street to gaze upon Christian fools with varnished faces. Lock up my house's ears, I mean my casements. Let not that sound of shallow foppery enter my sober house. Go you before me. Sir, say I will come.
I'll go before sir. Mistress, look out the window for all of this. There'll come a question by worthy and Jewess's eye.
What says that fool of Hagar's offspring, huh?
His words were, farewell, mistress. Nothing else.
The patch is kind enough, but a huge feeder. Snail slown prophet, and sleeps more by day than a wild cat. I part with him, and part with him I will, to help him waste his borrowed purse. Do as I bid you. Lock up my doors.
Farewell. And if my fortune be no cost, I have a father, you, a daughter, lost.
This is the penthouse under which Lorenzo desired us to make stand.
His hour is almost past.
And it is marvel, for lovers ever run before the clock.
Here comes Lorenzo.
Sweet friends, your patience for my long abode, not I, but my affairs have made you wait. When you shall please to play the thieves for wives, our watches forlorn you. But approach, for here dies my father Jew. Ho, who is within?
Who are you?
Lorenzo and thy love.
Lorenzo, certain am I love indeed, for who I love so much, and who knows me but you, Lorenzo, whether I am yours.
Heaven and thy thoughts a witness that thou art.
Here, catch this casket. It is worth the pains, and I am glad it is worth the pains. I am glad that this night you do not look upon me, for I am ashamed of my exchange. But love is blind.
Descend, for you must be my torchbearer.
What? Must I hold a candle to my shames? They in themselves are too light. Why? This is the office of discovery, love, and I should be obscured.
So are you, sweet, even in the lovely garnish of a boy. But come at once.
I'll make fast the doors and glide myself with some more ducats and be with you straight.
A gentle and no June.
Beshrew me, for I love her dearly. For she is wise, if I can judge her, and fair she is, if that mine eyes be true. And true she is, for she hath proved herself. So therefore, like herself, wise and true, shall she be placed in my concert heart. What? Art thou come? Away, gentlemen.
Fie, Gratiano, where are all the rest? It's 9:00. Our friends all stay for you. No mosque tonight. So when does come about? Bassanio presently will go aboard, and I have sent 20 out to seek for you.
I am glad on it, and I desire no more than to be under sail and gone tonight.
Why, man, I saw Bassanio under sail. With him is Gratiano gone along. And in their ship, I am sure Lorenzo is not.
The Jew with outcries raised the Duke, who went with him to search Bassanio's ship.
He came too late. The ship was under sail. But there the Duke was given to understand that in a gondola were seen together Lorenzo and his amorous Jessica.
I've never heard of passion so confused, so strange, and so variable as the Jew that acts on the streets.
My daughter, oh my ducat, oh my daughter, oh my christened ducat. Justice, the law, stolen by my daughter, my ducats and my daughter. Justice, find the girl.
Why? All the boys in Venice follow him, crying his daughter and his ducats.
Let good Antonio look. He keep his day. Or shall he pay for this?
I reasoned with a Frenchman yesterday. He told me, in the narrow seas, there miscarried a vessel of our country richly fraught. I thought upon Antonio when he told me, and wished in silence that it were not his.
You are best to tell Antonio what you hear, yet do not suddenly, for it may grieve him.
A kind of gentleman treads not the earth. I saw Bassanio and Antonio apart. Bassanio told him he would make some speed of his return, and even there, his eye being vigorous tears, turning his face, and with affections wondrous sensible, he wrung Bassanio's hand, and so they parted.
I think he only loves the world for him. I pray thee, let us go find him out.
Do we so?
I pray thee, draw the curtain straight. The Prince of Aragon hath taken his oath and comes to his election presently.
It's noble prince, and if my form lie there, then I am yours withal, and straight shall our nuptials be solemnized. But if you fail without more speech, you must be gone from hence immediately.
I am enjoined by oath to observe three things. First, never to unfold to anyone